going on to all of my Leos? You have the Four of Cups, Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, Judgment, the Ten of Cups, ooh, the World, the Tower, Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, High Priestess, ooh, wow. The Four of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Judgment. People have thought some seriously messed up things about you, Leos, and they didn't even have to even know you. The Judgment is just the Judgment, and the Hangman represents just the kind of thought process, the disrespectful, disgusting thought process that they thought about you, Leos. And a lot of the times they didn't even know you. Like I said before, the Hangman represents scapegoating. So these people are too goofy, they're too stupid to get out of their own way to understand that ultimately their faults and their follies, the things that are going wrong in their life, is not from you, Leos. But they're looking to take out their problems onto you. And you've had to deal with that a lot of times in your life. And the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups is about how, again, you're not doing that anymore, right? People coming in, they better be on point. That's not optional. They have to be. Because a lot of you Leos are not taking nonsense. A lot of you Leos will stop messing with somebody if they don't want to act like they have common sense. Because people are too grown to still be wasting time. Like I said before, a whole generation is done come into existence and then physically leave existence. You know why? Because too much wasting time, right? How many, and why I'm saying that specifically is because how many generations didn't accomplish what they were supposed to accomplish specifically, right? The baby boomer generation, Generation X, this, that, the third. These people didn't accomplish what it is that they were supposed to accomplish. That's the reason why a lot of us is walking around here with no inheritance, because our families ended up getting broken up because so many people was interested in playing games instead of getting to the bag and stop playing and stop acting like they don't have common sense and all this little stupid stuff that people want to run around and act goofy and this, that, and the third. Your ancestors, some of them, not all of them was on this, but some of your ancestors is the reason why it is that a lot of us struggling now. Or we got to start from scratch. That's why it is that I say stuff like that. So now it's time for you, Leos, to break the generational curse and to see how so many people are still on this goofy stuff the way they were 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 100 years ago. It's like, come on, yo, come on. People want to play games that much. They letting hundreds of years pass by and they still being goofy. My gosh, how long do they plan on being an idiot? How long do they plan on being out of touch with reality like that? And why is it that we have so many of these? Why is it that we have so many people who are unprepared? Right? The Ten of Cups. So the thing is that the Ten of Cups is again, you know, you could look at it either way. You could, you know, because you do have somebody who came in, who talked that nonsense that they wanted to get to know you, right? And at first it seemed cool, like it wasn't nonsense. But the reason why I'm saying that is because some of you Leos may have gotten good with them, if you catch my drift. But now after you got good with them, now all of a sudden they become super defensive. Now they got a problem. Now they have an issue. Now all of a sudden they having problems giving you a call back after they potentially, you may have talked to these people and told them, or they may have told you that they like you or shown you that they like you, but they didn't even let you know that it was just a one-time thing. Or maybe after the situation is done, they have issues really opening up and allowing themselves to be free and honest with themselves, Two of Swords. So now it's a situation for a lot of you Leos where, you gotta start thinking about it like, okay, you may have to calm this other person down or dump them to be like, okay, since you want to do all of that, you and I can't be together, because now all of a sudden, like I said, now all of a sudden they're super defensive now. And this is why it is that I say that on another level, people be playing games, because remember, games come in levels. So another level is how many of you Leos and cross watchers who are not Leos have gotten into situations with people where y'all get heavy, if you catch my drift. And then the next thing you know, this person, you starting to get problems from this person right away. This person, there's a switch that got flipped, where now all of a sudden they're not themselves before that. They like you, they still like you, but they're still not themselves before that. They still have issues. They whatever kind of situation it was that they may have had that was small, now it's very pronounced. Right? One of two things, or both things are happening. You either doing what you're doing a little bit too well, and it sparks something within these people, or these people, these people had issues before, and they was just waiting, or a combination of both of those things that I just said. Because especially if yours is good, if it's great, and a lot of people are not necessarily ready for that, but they're acting like they are, you're going to have issues. Trust me. Then the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Oh, if you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called the Linktree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to a website in which it has all of the ways in which you can support me, as well as financially support me, from my Instagram page. Send me a follow. Buy books that I have that are on Amazon, my clothing store, as well as my website for private tarot readings. Click on it. It'll redirect you to my website. You can see how much it is that I charge, how much time you're getting, a description of what I actually do. And scroll down a little bit. It'll have a buy now button, but it'll also have a Cashapp cash tag above it. You can pick which one you want to pay me through. I also have PayPal. And if you need any kind of help setting up a tarot reading, then you can always contact me at Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com. So the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess represents, again, see, here comes the delusion. Now that you're not with them after their freak out, they chose to be with you in this way. They chose to do that from their own free will. Now all of a sudden they're super defensive, and you leave because of how delusional they were and how difficult it was to get to know them, because they started freaking out. Now all of a sudden they're angry now. The High Priestess, the Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, they're angry. They want to come back and apologize, but as of right now, they're thinking a lot about you. If they have your social media page, they're checking out to see if you happy. They're checking you out. They're checking your social media out to see if you're with anybody. If they don't have your social media and they just have your cell phone number, they're waiting on you to text them. This is how goofy it gets, because a lot of people are overestimating their value. Instead of people just drop it with the act and just say what it is that they want, right? And go get in where they fit in, because you have people who will pay. You have people, pay for your time. You have people who seriously wanna start up a family. You have people over here, you have swingers, you have this, you have that. Everybody has a lane. People still feel the need, and this is sad. People still feel the need to be on some stuff where it's like, this isn't my lane, this isn't what I'm about. Even though I can actually go get what I am about, I gotta lie and move to a different space or try to fit into a different aspect of life in which I know for a fact that myself, I am not built for, to get something, to get some sort of material gain out of this, or what they think is a gain. Because in the long term, is it really going to be a gain? No. They'll ultimately lose everything anyway, Leo. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, this is what it is that people are trying with you. This is what people are trying with you. They, the scapegoating, the weird antics now after the two of you done hung out and y'all had a good time. I've been there before too. And again, it's the delusion. What do people really want at the end of the day? They wanna be in a relationship with somebody, but then when when the two of y'all hang out, and all of a sudden they start being defensive. They got all these issues. And at the end of the day, look, I done been through that myself. Where things have happened to me, but I'm still a functional adult. You know why? Because I really don't allow the setbacks to really get me down in the way where I'm really staying there my whole life. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. It's like, come on, yo. How long are you really gonna stay there? How long, on some real stuff, how long? Go ahead. But how long are you really gonna stay there on the same type of antics? How long? Something happened to you when you were young. Don't you want to get it off your chest? No, somebody will hold on to it for their whole life. Now, this is where it is I got to start to look at people like they're funny style. You don't want this type of trauma, but yet why are you holding on to it so vigorously the way that you are? It's almost as if you kind of like it. And I know that may sound a little bit insensitive, but come on, yo. Why are you holding on to something that you claim that you don't like? Holding on to it, dedicating a whole life to it, Leo, for years. For years. And it's like you would have thought that the most common sense thing to do is get that off of your chest as fast as you possibly can, so you don't have to deal with the baggage, to have to heal the baggage later. No, these people, they're holding on to the baggage years afterwards because something happened to them that they never learned to let go of, Leo. So now you got to deal with the consequences when you're trying to hang out with them. Now all of a sudden they got all these kind of issues. And the thing is that the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess is about how, again, these people like you, but you need to understand that they don't know how to not be dysfunctional in that way. So we're going to clarify some cards. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. Six of Cups, Two of Cups, High Priestess. Wow. I told you. Queen of Swords. I told you. They stalking you. The High Priestess, they stalking you. They either they stalking you or they're looking at it from a perspective of wondering why you're not texting them, even though their dysfunction is showing. Six of Cups, Two of Cups, they're definitely going to come back because now you're connected to this person in a different way because they like you. The Queen of Swords. And this is how you're going to have to be. You're going to have to be really paying attention to, them coming back. And what I suggest for you to do is, if you don't want to engage with these people, leave them alone. Don't even waste your time. And the reason why I'm saying that in the first place is because Now you got to pay attention to them. Think about what they want, where they going with this. Deal with their delusion. They like you, but they don't want to try to get over their trauma. They don't even want to try to get over their trauma. They don't want to make any changes. This is what we got out here. You know, we need a better class of people, because this is what we got out here. People who really allow stuff in their life to hold them back. And a lot of the stuff that holds them back, some of the stuff is important. Yes, I'm not even going to downplay that. But come on, how long are you going to let it hold you back? You know, how long would they let that hold them back? Well, apparently, like I said before, their whole life. That is sad. That's sad. Let's clarify the High Priestess now. The Hermit, Five of Swords, Three of Cups, the Tower, right? They want to have a do-over now that the two of you aren't together and you're not talking to them, because they freaked you out with them being a weirdo at how the back and forth is too much. The Hermit and the Five of Swords, right? The Hermit and the Five of Swords is about what? It's about, so now a lot of you Virgos need to understand that what you've got going on is you've got to, or I should say, they're going to, when you don't call them, they're going to be thinking about revenge. Oh, they can't wait for you to call them back so that they could dump you, right? So the Six of Cups in connection to this, when they do come back, their mentality is, I'm going to go ahead and get you Leos interested and get you interested in them enough, right? So that they can dump you. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Overall, though, Leo, stay away from people who act up like this. And this is why it is another reason, too, why I say that this type of stuff is needed. Because a person can act any way they want once intimacy is not involved. But once intimacy is involved, people can't hide now. Who they are after, that's who they are. Another reason why it's needed. But, you know, I can get into it, but I'm not going to. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 5,250 some odd subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos.